TIDtalk on TIDtalk. Oh, wow, wow, wow. TIDtalk on TIDtalk.
That's right, folks. The views expressed in this content are solely that of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the views of the author's employers, companies, institutions, or other associated parties. These are jokes. This is a show. Settle down, Nancy. And Merry fucking Christmas to you pricks. How is everybody?
Happy cock-a-days to you. Let me pull out my put-two.
Okay, that's the end of it. For those of you that don't know and maybe don't celebrate it, Christmas just happened, and today they have this thing where we live called Boxing Day. I was not aware of Boxing Day until I moved to Canada. And I thought
What?
I would celebrate Boxing Day in the United States. No,
They
called
don't?
Hangover Day.
It's what, Hangover Day?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Boxing Day isn't a thing, man.
I didn't know that. Well, this is where you get the deals, is on Boxing Day.
You know the right.
So
deals anyways.
Be right back, boys.
joining us for the holidays is Mikey D, who just left. He is currently at an undisclosed weed location making chops. Then we have our Christmas onesie spectacular, the high-pitched pimp himself, KJ Johnson. KJ, that's a very nice outfit. Where did you get it? Why did you wearing it? And let me know all about it.
Well, I got it from a charity shop. Up the road. I was cold and I didn't have anything. I had recently ripped all of my pajamas and I was without PJs. So the best thing that I could get on such short notice was a Christmas onesie. It did have a thing of mistletoe, like a stem of mistletoe, but that did unfortunately break in transit. So
was this for a Christmas function?
nope, this was.
Or are you just one of these people that like you sleep in pajamas?
Yeah, sleeping in the PJs. It's cold. It's cold in my place. The radiator doesn't really function all that proper. You got to drain the radiator sometimes. So it is just chilly. And I also didn't know that I had my window open. So you have to close all 3 windows in order for the heat to actually like stay in, you see. But I had only closed the one and kept the other 2 wide open.
I appreciate the humble brag too. Did you catch that one, Brady? The humble brag in there that, my bedroom has 3 fucking windows in it.
I don't know how you can.
And also the windows are so far apart that I couldn't notice that one of them was open. The help didn't alert me that one of the windows was left ajar at some point.
No. If you look just behind me, there's 3 slides. You see, 3 slides. Perhaps not 3 windows, but 3 slides. So I closed the first slide and left the other 2 slides open, and that left me chilly.
You just at this point, are you just trying to chill your pig?
It's a nice onesie.
Okay. I mean, those are words. I don't know if I would use them to describe that, but
it's got a hood.
Can we get a look at the back?
Yeah. Does it have a butt flap?
No, but it does have a cock flap. You are able to release the penis. It's got 2 zippers. So I can just do one of those and I can have a wee, and then I can zip back up after I've done my wee. If you wanna poo, that takes forever, I'll tell you that much.
Or if you decide to go to a glory hole, I guess you're pretty much set there too, right, KJ?
Yeah. There's a lot of Christmas whorehouses that are around this time of year, and you can really get your fancy dangle right out there and have people just just going to town on it.
What do you
KJ.
mean? There's a lot of whorehouses, KJ. Like a lot of
Christmas festive.
like pop-ups.
Yeah. 'Twas the night
Pop-up.
before Christmas, and all for the
Pop-up horse
house.
shops.
Pop-up horse shops were stirring, and so were the mouse. The mouse being your wang.
Okay.
Okay, this fucker is like, I'm fucking getting dumber listening to you. KJ, you're usually very intelligent. What did you eat last night? You're slowed down a bit. What did you have? Turkey? You're a little slow.
No, I'm a ham man myself. I'm a pork and I'm a porky guy.
I thought that's
So
against your religion.
I bet no. I'm a porky guy, so I've got my ham. I had some pineapple on that ham. Had some instant potatoes, some gravy from a can, some Christmas stuffing.
Okay. KJ, I got to cut you off for a second. We got some comments that have come in, and now we need to address these comments.
What?
Let's start with draw straws. Let's go with, okay. Nope.
Cat Williams says Michael Jackson used to call Chris Tucker Christmas. I'm sure it was for legit reasons.
I like it.
I mean, you can't hide with that. Draw Straws Raw says, hope your Christmas was the worst.
The fuck?
And then backtracks and says, in the bestest way.
The bestest way.
Whatever that means. In the bestest
Coward. Coward.
Now, KJ, I have to get back to this.
Yeah, let's go back to KJ.
That's slightly disturbing. And I understand like canned foods and boxed foods. But you said like instant potatoes.
Instant potatoes. Yeah.
Instead of just getting some fucking actual potatoes and throwing them in water. That's the equivalency of what it takes to cook a potato.
Yeah. And I got powdered potatoes and I put them in water, mixed it for 60 seconds, bing, bang, boom, pot of potatoes.
Did you make your own Christmas dinner?
Yeah.
That's sad. That's pretty sad, man.
I didn't know they made ham in a fucking chicken nuggets form for Christmas dinner.
Listen, ham chicken.
He fucking freezes.
If you can,
No.
Yeah.
Start that again. Say that again, please, God.
I said ham chicken nuggets would be absolutely revolutionary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should get on these little pork bites, bro.
I mean, what are we talking about? We got the potatoes, the instant potatoes, got the gravy, you get the ham chicken nuggets, you got some corn from the can, and you've got some of those Pillsbury dough rolls, and you're all good to go. Set up Christmas. Done.
Wait, are you a cranberry like slop out of the can kind of guy too?
I would be if I had turkey this year, but not
I'm
this year.
more of a midnight chicken parm guy.
Yeah, that's what I had on Christmas. That was my Christmas Eve dinner. Me and Mike came down to the mean city of Chicago, and well, I just call it Chicago now after the shit I've seen. But we went and watched the tree get lit half an hour late, and then ate chicken parms. So KJ, I feel you. No, we just ate them.
Oh,
we didn't eat 8 of them. We just ate of them. We became them. They became our shit.
You turned them into poop.
Have you ever seen Lady and the Tramp?
He said stew potatoes.
Did you do the double bite thing with the chicken parm? You started at one end.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Then we fucked.
You Eiffel Towered the fucking chicken parm sandwich.
Yeah. Do you know what it's like to sit on a chicken parm as your buddy's fucking giving you the old 1-2? Ain't nothing like it on Christmas Eve, boys. Well, that just got awkward. Anyway, yeah, chicken parms. Chris, how was your Christmas dinner? What did you eat, sir? You look like you had all of it.
Well, no, I didn't actually have that much of it. Because here's the thing. Where I am, a lot of the people, like my family, is not around here, like my immediate family. So it's my wife's family. And this year was a little interesting because my wife was home sick while I went to dinner, right? And which is very nice. Hanging out with the in-laws is quite fine. It's over at my brother-in-law's place. Shout out to Bob and Kim. But there are turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, that kind of whole thing. But they do finally appreciate the wonderfulness that is a homemade cranberry sauce. So it was, a little bit of turkey, a little bit of cranberry sauce, a little bit of cauliflower with some cheese sauce on it. That was about it. You got to see, here's the deal. Here's what you do. Because the dinner, fuck the dinner. What you're saving up for is you're saving up for the diabetes process afterwards, right? It's the sweet stuff afterwards that everybody looks forward to. So, And this year was some crazy fucking brownie that my niece made with like peppermint bark on top of it and stuff. It was absolutely insane.
KJ, what did you say? Sorry, down there. You sneaked something in. I didn't catch it.
I asked if he got any gifts. Did you get any gifts?
Just a gift of life, KJ. No. No. I don't know.
I did. I got some gifts.
I feel the question was swerved in a way that you were like, "Hey, I'd like to talk about my gifts now."
No, I was genuinely wondering if you got any gifts. Tis the season.
I don't know because we haven't done that part yet.
Oh, are you like a December 28th kind of gift giving?
Yeah, is that what they do in America?
Yeah. No, it was one of those situations where, like, with the significant other being sick, everybody wanted to wait until everybody was healthy enough to get together to exchange gifts.
KJ, can you ask me the question that you asked Chris? Not because I want to talk or brag about anything. I just really want to hear you ask that again.
Did you get any gifts? Did you get any presents?
Yes, you. On this show on Boxing Day was the gift I was looking forward to. Thank you for being here. No, I didn't get shit. I didn't give anybody shit either. I literally hid out. And I knew that my buddy Mike here down below me here, and the weed guy, weed man was going to come by, and you know what he brought me? And I've said it on this show before, Chris. Remember we talked about our favorite strains of herb? Mikey was never here. He had never even knew, never seen the video. He shows up with Bubba 98. He had Bubba 98, the original. Brother, he left me some. It smells so good. It smells so good. It's so good. Boys, it's so good. So that was my gift. KJ, can you please ask me again?
Did you get any gifts?
Thank you, buddy.
One more time.
Did Mike get any gifts? Who got any gifts?
I got this jacket from that guy.
Aww.
And this bag because it suits me. Some emotional baggage. Because that's me.
I like it.
And, yeah. And then he gave me a watch. And that's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Only from Brady.
And KJ, what did you get? How many sets of Lego did you get this year?
Well, I got a wallet. And
Lego
I got
wallet?
I got a leather wallet. Yeah, I got a leather wallet from my money's. And I got a joke Pringles can that had a snake in it. And I had never seen one of those things before. So I opened it and I was genuinely scared that a giant snake popped out of it. And
how mad were you there was no Pringles in there?
Very, because there was zesty dill. Zesty dill sounded really good.
Yeah, I'd be
and then it just shot out in front of me, and I didn't know what it was. And then my entire family got mad at me because I was scared, and I made a noise. Which I think
what was the noise?
fucking rude. Because I mean,
reenact it for us if you
I'll
want.
get back to that.
Well, then, I popped the can, and then the thing shot out, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Because I didn't know what it was going to be, and then it shot up into the air, and then everybody was like, why are you yelling for it? I'm like, I didn't know that it was a fucking joke can. My nephew was the one that gave it to me, so I didn't know what the fuck it was. I thought it was zesty dill pickle Pringles, which I've never seen before, and I was going to be really excited to have those Pringles because I've never had zesty dill before. But he said that it was a prank, but I didn't understand what the fucking prank was because, he sucks. He sucks, that kid.
Yes.
Your Honor, if I may, with question.
Yeah.
What time was this at, KJ?
It was like 50 minutes ago. This is just before I hopped on here. It scared me half to death. Now they're all upset with me because I made a noise. When you make a fucking noise, I make noises when I'm scared of shit. Seems fucking ridiculous to just be scared but not say anything. Just make a noise. It's instinctive. You would think that I killed somebody because I got genuinely fucking scared of this stupid ass gag gift because my nephew's a dick, I love him and all.
Is this the first time that you've ever gotten a gag gift from your nephew?
Yes. The last time he got me a fire starter. I don't start fires. And the year
I don't have a gun, nor do I have a gun rack.
And then like the year before that, he got me some Mr. Noodles. And then this time I'm getting a fake Pringles can with a snake in it.
Have you never seen The Cosby Show or any sitcom ever? If someone gives you a can of a brand you've never seen before and it's in front of a bunch of people, KJ, there's a good chance there's a bunch of snakes in it.
It couldn't have felt like Pringles were in it, right? Because it has to make that cling sound.
So I understood that it was a prank at some point because he kept trying to say the word prank, but I thought that there was just going to be something that like did like one of those Jack in the Box kind of pop outs,
like
something
it was
like
original and it wasn't actually that flavor.
Yeah, but I thought it would just.
Could you imagine? You give somebody a can of zesty dill, but you fill it with fucking original chips instead?
I call it.
That hurt me more, honestly.
So actually, this is funny. Draw Straws Raw says, Mike, I'll be down in 20 minutes to unlock the garage door. Please have $75 for me. So that's actually an inside joke. So what had happened Boxing Day, me and Mike go to pick his car up downtown here. We parked in the parking garage overnight, and fucking fool never opened it because it's Christmas. So we call him, wake him up out of bed, say, come get the fucking car. After an hour, or I open up the garage so we can get the car. After an hour of going off on this guy, he finally shows up. He drives to the front. He's like, $75. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, 75. I know, my mic is horrible. Shut up. I already pulled that comment up. He's like, yeah, $75. I'm like, I'm not paying you shit. So cool, I came out. I'm like, I ain't paying you shit. He's like, 35? I'm like, dude, open the garage door. He's like, 20 for gas? Open the fucking door, dude. You're gonna die in Queen Street right now.
Yeah.
And he sure enough.
And we didn't give him shit. We tipped the guy the night before, and we even brought cash to tip the guy for letting us.
We were gonna, even would have gave him a pre-roll.
He had to ask for $75. I was like, holy fuck, am I in Toronto or am I in the Dominican? I was like, this is crazy. This guy's trying to fucking me. It's give me my car. Like,
he thought you were a tourist. Because you know how many Airbnb kids and stuff like that they would get with that bullshit, right? You're gonna get that if that's the block. Like, motherfucker, I'll ruin your parking garage every day. Like, every day I'll make it a choice to literally ruin your life every time I walk by it. So it's just funny that was Christmas morning for that guy. Fuck it, Mike's wearing a Rolex. I want $250.
Insane.
Straws Raw, you do not work at the parking garage, so stop trying to hold up one of our guests here. Well, KJ, I love that outfit. Mikey, I love your outfit. You know me. This outfit's sick. Tid, you look great tonight. But guys, did you do any Boxing Day shopping? Did you get yourselves
Nice
any new
hoodie,
swag?
Tid.
You get
No,
your
I had
swag.
a bunch of edibles as soon as I got up. I got my hands on these honey oil jobs, right? These honey oil fucking gummies, and
They hit you way
started
harder
off
than
my
distillate.
day with about 200 milligrams, and said, "All right, let's see how the day goes."
That's like 1,000, like 200 milligrams honey oil would be like hitting 1,000 milligrams distillate.
Okay,
Yeah, like honey oil is so much heavier, so much stronger.
yeah, it was nice. It was lovely orange flavor.
Mike, speaking of distillates and stuff, you're not too busy tonight, are you? You're currently employed.
I got a
and you're
lineup. They're
not
just
really
waiting
doing
for
much.
this. I got a lineup. They're just waiting for this to be over.
Norway.
Imagine I just pan out. There's a lineup of customers.
Bro, it's been over since the opening. Since that opening got done playing, and this show's been over, man. Well,
Just a,
so everyone had a good holiday. That's what do you guys got planned for New Year's? Any special plans?
coming back to Toronto.
Oh, crazy.
We're going to the strip club.
Ugh.
Oh,
Gotta
did
park
you-
in the fucking parking garage.
Hold on. Did everybody see what happened there? Mike said he's going to the strip club. KJ perked up like it was a
Oh.
can of zesty dill chips.
Listen, I was gonna say go to one of those pop-up whorehouses.
I'm not stripping.
Oh. It's,
Maybe.
I was looking for.
That's a,
Oh my.
KJ.
Did KJ
Draw
buy
Straws Raw asks.
for Christmas?
I got him a bag of bananas
wait.
and blueberries.
It's a guinea pig?
Yes. It's a guinea
I
pig.
thought it was a real pig. Okay, I'll be back, boys.
No. No,
I gotta
it's
go
a
get my
guinea
It's
pig.
no, it's just a little guinea pig.
Yeah, it's a guinea pig. But I got him bananas and blueberries. That's what he got.
That's it?
He shits a lot. So I'm trying my best not to give him too much to just diarrhea all over the place. Because I switched his food out one time because I was too lazy to go and buy a bag of food from where I normally get it. So I got it from Walmart, and good God, the Great Value brand is not the brand that you want to give a guinea pig, because I'm still dealing with the fruit flies, and it's been like 6 weeks.
Okay. All right. We got a fucking gem here. Let's go. Open up this fucking peach. Okay, what?
What?
Seriously, what?
So when you change a guinea pig's diet, all right, their poops, they're not really supposed to smell. That's kind of the deal. Like they'll stink a little, but it won't be like to the point of like a you or an I poop after a Thanksgiving or a 20 nugget sesh, right? So I changed his diet to the Great Value brand, and his poops got pretty crazy. And in the midst of all that pooping, it was attracting the fruit flies. So it cleaned out all the stuff, but the fruit flies remain. So it's just like they're,
I'm picturing like a dead guinea pig and just fruit flies around it.
No, the pig is all good, man. But the food was deadly. So you gotta be careful. And so now I'm giving it some coleslaw.
Wait a second. That guinea pig lives in the same room as you do. Like it's in your bedroom, right? Where you sleep at night?
Yeah.
So you're sleeping in that outfit at night, right now, with fruit flies flying all over you as you sleep.
The fruit flies are taken care of, but it's just, it was touch and go there for a bit, because there was one that flew into my ear one night.
So you're
scared the shit out of me.
feeding this guinea pig blueberries and bananas and these other
And
foods.
some
Now I know that when you hear all the stories all the time, you feed like walnuts and apricots and stuff like that to like regular pigs, and they start to impart That's what they end up tasting like, right? The truffles, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you fattening up this guinea pig to make some little guinea pig bacon one day, KJ?
I mean,
Hold on.
if there was a decent recipe, as it stands right now, all the other ones that I tried is not
haven't?
coming up good.
So one of two things have happened here. Either you've looked and couldn't find it, or you're telling me that there is not one in existence, a recipe for stewed guinea pig.
I guarantee
I'm on
you
it.
that there's probably recipe for all sorts of guinea pig. Yes, please, Mike, look it up. I would like some answers. But there's probably recipes for all sorts of guinea pig, because if you go over into the Asias, I'm sure that they're cooking it up nonstop. It's fucked up over there. So we gotta.
Now, end of the earth apocalypse, and you run out of like chicken nuggets. Are you willing to look your sweet little hammy in the face and like kill it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, Mike, hold that thought. Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in 1 minute. And when we get back, we're going to find out the perfect recipe for KJ's guinea pig deliciousness.
Guinea.
Mom!
Chocolate cream Oreo. The most amazing thing to happen to an Oreo in 89 years.
Never mind!
First, they're sour. Then they're sweet. Sour, sweet.
Sauerländer Gurken, knackig im Biss.
Best pickle commercial ever.
Speaking of pickles,
I mean, could you have pickled guinea pig?
Oh yeah. That was my job. Okay, so also known as quay, a traditional dish in several South American countries, particularly in the Andes region. It is considered a delicacy, and if you're looking for a recipe, 1 whole guinea pig, cleaned and gutted, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, some cumin, some paprika, a tablespoon of vinegar, red or white, salt and pepper for taste. Okay, so then what? Rinse it, cold water. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so you can eat a guinea pig. Just like anything else.
I'm just saying, maybe you start feeding that guinea pig chicken nuggets.
Maybe. I mean, you gotta try everything once, I guess.
Jesus, look at this. French kissing
Tender
sounds
flavor,
delicious.
similar to rabbit chicken.
Rabbit chicken.
Rabbit and chicken,
Rabbit
not a rabbit chicken.
No. Oh, I thought you said a rabid chicken. It's because rabid chicken tastes differently, apparently.
That's how you get the real good flavor out of the chicken. Let it be rabid with rabies for at least a week. Let it fucking marinate in there. then
Yeah.
and serve it.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, all right. Here's the question then. Even if it was a rabid chicken, how many rabid chickens do you think it would take to kick your ass?
3.
Oh, fuck.
How many chickens do you think
No.
you could take, Brady? You're the smallest one here. Let's start with you.
I'm probably the only one that grew up with chickens in my backyard and having a farm of these motherfuckers. And you know what you do with chickens? You fucking kick them.
Oh,
In the neck.
Give them a good old kick, and they'll leave it alone real quick.
I mean, there was a bar that I went to as a kid that had chickens in the back, and I used to chase the chickens. And yeah.
And you're fucking retarded. What the fuck? Why would
What
what?
town
Okay.
did you grow up in?
No, it was just up the road, you know. It was just up the road.
I grew up
I apologize. That was
So I
aggressive.
thought everything feels like it's up the road when you're a kid.
You know what? That's probably true. It could have been miles away. But yeah, I used to chase the chickens. And then when the guys were playing games of pool, I thought that I was helping them. So I would go and I would sink the ball every time that they would hit it. I would sink it. I would take it and I would throw it into a slot, thinking that I was helping them. These black guys wanted to kill me. They were fighting for money, and every time I would just go up and sink one of the balls. And I messed up a lot of games. My dad could not take me back there after a while. I also hit on the bartender. I was like 4. I used to hit on the bartender thinking that she was giving me free drinks. When in actuality, my dad was just paying for me to have orange juice.
Well, speaking of drinks, KJ,
Hold on, Brady. Let's talk about the fact that his dad was taking a 4-year-old to the fucking bar.
Yeah, he did. He used to take me to the bar all the time. Yeah, and it was legitimately just up the road. It was on Weston Road. I drive past it a lot.
Did you sit on his to drive home?
No, but I did have my first beer at that bar, and again, like 4 or 5 years old. He gave me a sip, but I didn't realize what beer was, so I just like knocked it back, and it like shot out my nose, like through my eyeballs and shit. It was awful. It was an awful first experience. But
at 4 years old, drinking beers out of a glass,
having a sip in the bottle.
KJ, we're talking about drinks and talking about things, and then them coming out of you violently, whether that's puke or the Christmas Boxing Day hangover, the hangover day as it's considered in the U.S. as Tid had said at the beginning of the show. But let's talk about you dosing somebody. We left a little cliffhanger the last time you were on the show, and we never actually got to elaborate on what the story was. So apparently, back in the day, you liked a girl, and something happened, and somehow you ended up making her poop.
I did. I did.
Can you explain this story in detail for everyone that is not watching?
Sure. So this was a outing. This was an outing to the park, and what had happened is that all of us were sitting around, and then it was my idea that I thought would be funny to slip her a laxative. So I slipped a laxative in her drink. We were still all talking and all whatever. Maybe about 10 minutes went by, and we were in the hub of the park. And then I just was like, "We should go for a walk in the woods." And my friend knew that I had done this, and so he was like, "We should definitely go for a walk in the woods." And like she was cool, she was good enough, but we all went and we started walking into the woods and whatnot, and I was just waiting for the time bomb to go off. And so we kept walking, and I was trying to find like off the beaten path routes in the hopes honestly that we'd get lost and make it a bit worse. So anyway, we made it pretty deep in, and then sure enough, the time had come where she was like, "My stomach is really not feeling very good." And So we just kept going and kept walking, and then she'd reached the point where she just could not physically hold it anymore, and she ran off into the woods a little bit, drop trow, and then just left it all in the woods, and she had to do it a couple of times.
Um,
And she had to do it a couple of times. And nobody, I didn't fess up to it or own up to it at all. She was just wondering what had happened. And we had eaten like some shitty hot dogs from the barbecue thing we were doing. So eventually she just settled on she mustn't have done the hot dog that she had well. She kind of like her pants were kind of messed up, and she had to deal with the clean of that. Yeah, I never fessed up to it. So,
Well, you have many a times now, like publicly.
yeah, well, now, so I mean, if she sees this, whatever. But yeah.
Did she like slowly run out of clothing each time? Like, what did she wipe with the first time? And then if she had to do it again, like, should she all of a sudden have no socks and no underwear? Because I know what I would do if I was in that situation and you're in the woods and you know what I mean? And somebody who thought that was trying to get into your pants slipped you a laxative.
Yeah. Truthfully, I think she did leave her undies behind. I do think that she lost her undies in one of the excursions.
You have to, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, I slipped her a laxative in her drink, and
Mike, you just missed a really good story. You're gonna want to watch that back. So KJ, why did you do it? What made you think, like, honestly, this is a good idea to fuck up this young girl's bowels?
Love.
I mean, I did like her eventually. I did. At the time, though, I just thought it would be a funny thing to do. I don't
please pause.
think there was very much crushing involved as much as it was. I just wanted to get.
Stop. It's okay. So you did this to her, poor girl. She shits herself in the bushes, loses her undies, loses a piece of clothing. She had a terrible time. She messed her pants up, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Then you fall in love with her later on?
Yeah, it was a couple of years later where the stars just kind of aligned, and she still was unaware of my thing. I think had we progressed further than just our little machinations, I probably would have come clean eventually. But sometimes I think in honesty, maybe it was the vulnerability of it all that was kind of like, maybe one day.
Maybe one day you could be hitting it from behind, looking down, going, you know what I've already done to this thing?
Yeah, it was like, I think just the vulnerability of it all was just kind of what drew me to doing it. Putting them in one of those positions where they can't do anything about it. They're helpless, and to me that was just fucking funny. It was just funny.
The equivalent.
Sounds romantic.
It's the equivalent of dosing somebody, right?
No.
Yeah, it's worse. It's worse.
Your friend drugs.
No.
It's worse. At least if you're giving them drugs, you're trying to give them a good time. You're giving them laxative. You're trying to ruin their fucking anus.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a prank.
Was this a precursor? Was this a precursor to you like roofing chicks?
Never did. No, it would never.
That's where it starts.
Would never have come to
It's got to
that.
be where it starts.
Yeah, right. You know how they say that like serial killers start with like little animals and stuff like that. And This is how it starts.
Slip a few laxatives here and there. You know, maybe serve a
If
weed
you had
brownie instead of a
seen-
regular one, and then
I
it's just
think-
full on G attacks.
If you had seen her face, you would find it funny as well. All right, her face was.
Wait, yeah, what was that face?
I mean, there was.
You fell in love with this?
Collapsed.
I mean, that was part of it. That was definitely part of it.
And KJ's like, she looks cute when she's desperately shitting.
Hey, remember that time?
Yeah.
It was just, you know.
Wait, KJ, do you still know that? Have you been in contact with her? Can we call her live, like on the show,
No.
and tell
no,
her? Can you
Oh,
confess
call
finally?
her.
I haven't spoken to her for many, many years.
Do you have her on social media?
No, I don't believe that I do.
What's her
'cause-
name?
Huh?
No, Mike, no, not live, not live. Fuck, Jesus.
She does have an OnlyFans though. That
Does
much
it,
I
does it
do know.
rhyme with Hessica? Duh.
Wait,
No.
wait. We got something there. We got some substance. She's got an OnlyFans. She's got an OnlyFans.
Yeah, as far
So-
as I'm
so-
aware, she does have an OnlyFans. Yeah.
So someone could technically reach out to her on the OnlyFans, pay her money to come on the show. Maybe we could get you on the show at the same time. We'll do a Jenny Jones thing. We'll just keep you in the backstage, and then we'll be like, you know what? Somebody gave you a laxative back in the day, and he's here to confess his sins. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. And you walk out like it's like one of those surprise lover shows, but it's surprise. I'm the one who dosed you and almost killed you in the woods.
Oh, there wasn't a killing. There wasn't a killing that took place.
That's the best Jerry Springer episode ever. Surprise, I dosed you.
It was me.
So wait, you gave her laxatives or
I did. Yeah.
Yeah,
laxatives?
yeah.
While they were all out in the woods at a bush party.
Yeah.
And then like the bears just wouldn't leave her alone. Like she
right.
dies from a bear attack.
We went for a walk. We all of us went for a walk. And then her just trying to find a tree.
What if we like
Said she
called her?
could
What if we
go.
called her and brought her on the show and she had like a colostomy bag? Like yeah, this is now my bowels.
She now has a prolapsed anus. She's never been the same.
Yeah, anybody watching
Would
this?
it still be funny?
Yeah, to me, yeah.
She was fine. She was fine.
They always say that. Like she's like squatting behind a tree, and you're like, "Are you okay?" It was just a joke. She's like, "I'm fine." She's covered in her own shit. I'm fine.
She's like, these hot dogs at the
Fine.
these hot dogs from the fair were horrible.
How come nobody else got sick? It was only me. Did you not put that together?
Well,
Or did you slip?
we all made our
Or
own
did you
hot
sleep?
dogs.
Oh, I was gonna say, did everybody like ate some laxatives
Wait,
too?
how do you
No,
put
no.
laxatives in a hot dog?
Oh no, it wasn't a hot dog. No, you see, she had thought you're gonna have to listen to this back. But
No, you know what, KJ? We'll hear it a second time. Okay, blow
No,
KJ
no,
back.
I
Let's
already heard
let's
it.
do a retelling.
I did kind of hear it while I was trying to serve customers. I kept you guys
Yeah.
in my ear. It was
oh
fun.
no, did customers hear
Yeah.
this?
No, you're in my ear, but
Oh, thank God.
like sometimes I hear and say, like it just like
Yeah.
I'm like, what was that?
Well, I had slipped a laxative in her drink, you see, but we had all eaten food, and she had eventually blamed the fact that we had all had hot dogs, so maybe she didn't cook her hot dog fully, and that's what she ultimately blamed it on, you see. But yeah, as she was dropping chow and shitting the first time, I had to actively like walk away from the situation, and because I was laughing so hard. And my friend had to like cover for me, like, he's going to try and find
Must be
the
bugging
route
him
back,
too.
kind of thing. But yeah, I was laughing so hard the first time that she did. By the third time that she did it, I was starting to get a little bit concerned, and then I was like, will my friend basically like stab me in the back and out me for having given this woman a laxative? But ultimately, he didn't. He was a bro. and we talk about it now. We talk about it every so often and bring it up and have a good laugh. It was
Dispense, of course, yeah.
we were kids. We were kids, 16, 17. We were kids.
What were you doing with laxatives at that age?
I bought them.
So this was a plan. This is premeditated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the moment, oh, that was a bad idea. Like, you thought of this for weeks. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking someone's trip up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone was getting it, and it just happened to be her. I'm pretty sure maybe 3 or 4 days before
You
she
can just
pissed
everybody
me off
couldn't just
or
have a good
something.
time. Somebody had to have a bad time.
Yeah, I think she eventually became the target because I think she did something to me. I can't remember what she did. Probably nothing, but she eventually was target number one, and my friend was in on the hoax.
So the more of these shows that you do, Mikey, with KJ involved, you'll find out that the way that we can make him laugh uncontrollably to the point where the show breaks and we have to stop is by showing him a kid getting injured. He likes what it's he'll send me messages on Instagram. No, I'm talking no, Mikey, it's not just a thing that's like, haha, I watched a kid fall on the ice. This motherfucker watches compilations upon compilations of children getting hurt.
Yeah.
That's a lunch.
Yeah. Speaking of, it's not just
I
children.
probably send 3 or 4 of those videos a day easily. Just to all my parent friends. It's like, hey, fuck your kids.
He knows what that.
It's not just kids though with KJ, because I got a message. From KJ over the holidays.
Oh no!
Is it regarding a hamster?
Okay.
Oh no!
Where KJ decided to tell the story. KJ was out doing some shopping. And, KJ, why don't you tell us how your shopping went?
Oh yeah. So I knocked over a woman in her shopping and
Oh no. Okay. First of all, where were you? What happened? What kind of weather was there? Paint a picture for us.
Yeah, it was a couple of days before Christmas. I think it was it's December 21st or whatever. It was a Christmas party, and I was just going around collecting all of my gifts and stuff. And so I was in the 14. I was getting gift cards, and I went to the checkout lady ahead of time. And I was like, "Hey, can I just go to the customer service in order to fill these out?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, go ahead, no problem." So I went into the express lane line in order to pass through because it was the quickest way. And I said, excuse me many times, okay? And everybody else was moving, and everybody else was kind. But this one woman refused to move, but I wasn't stopping. So I said, excuse me, and she didn't move. And then I started pushing my way through, and I clipped her with my stomach first. And I had a big bag from Marshall's, huge bag of gifts, and that caught on her trolley. And as I kept pulling because I'm not stopping, and I kept
fucking
pulling,
trolley.
Yeah, and I clipped her trolley with my bag.
You mean walker?
Like trolley?
No, a shopping cart, whatever. But I caught the cart, and I kept pulling, and eventually my shopping ripped free because the shopping cart had started to tip, and then it tipped her, and all of it went down.
Look at this fucking demented fuck, man. This guy's fucking twisted.
So I clipped her and took her down, and she was screaming mad. She was screaming mad. She was so mad. And I kept going, and I went to my checkout, and I started filling the gift card. And I could see people kind of help her up. Now, the bit that I didn't get to tell Tid, because it had slipped my mind at the time, but when I was walking away, having finished my transaction, she was yelling at me, and she was like, "You're so funny! You fucking knocked me down!" I'm like, "You're didn't fucking move. You didn't fucking move. So we were kind of battling back and forth for like a little bit. It was like 12 seconds, but I was like, I said, excuse me. And I kept going. But I took her down and all of her shopping went. And it was all over the floor.
You should have replied like when she like was like, blah, blah, blah. You should have been like, you want round two?
How old was she, would you say, KJ?
Oh, she was up there. She was 60 at least. Late 50s, early 60s. Yeah.
Chris, you're fucking only a couple years off from the first age that he said. So you're up there apparently, and to KJ, you're apparently an up there human that should be run over with a shopping cart or a trolley. Apparently, a trolley.
Now, in fairness, I mean, Tid looks pretty good if he's up there in his late 50s.
The question is, Tid, would you move?
Well, no. I'm telling you, I would not move. And you come and try to clip my fucking trolley, son, we're fucking tussling. All right? I'll fucking fix your red wagon. Right?
I'm sure she wanted to tussle. It's just she tussled with the trolley instead of me. I was not stopping.
Listen, you want to tussle? I'm the fucking king of the colossal tussle here, honey.
You don't.
What's crazy? As he's walking out the store, I picture her at security being like, "That big black woman just pushed me over." He's like, "Fuck you, bitch!"
Miss Pat just pushed me over. What the fuck?
I'm not putting up with it. I needed to get my shopping done.
I
did
apologize.
It feel bad? Did it feel good?
I felt great. It's
what ethnicity was the lady you pushed?
Filipino.
I knew it. For some reason, I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
well,
you know exactly what she's like. You know exactly what she's like. I say old, late 50s, early 60s Filipino that didn't want to move. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Is it a coincidence that it's always the Filipino ladies getting pushed over? No, it's
because
not.
They're little. In fairness, they are little. I mean, they're pretty close to the ground.
Who's that? Is that the group? Was that the group?
Somebody
do it.
Doc.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Did you just dox somebody? Was that the fucking number? I don't know what he's doing right now, but he's trying to take over the show and with antics and not say anything. So
I have no idea.
What?
Let's see.
Now he's up to something.
It's like Russian mafia stuff.
Oh.
Why is there an echo now?
He's hooked up to something.
What did he do?
These psychopaths.
Take him off the screen for a second. Let's see. Is that echo now? No. What the hell did he do?
I don't know.
His headset must have died or something.
He's trying to hook up multiple cameras, this guy.
I was hoping to break into the speech of my fellow Americans. I'm here before you, man, ready to touch any young intern that comes my way. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I raped that woman against the will.
What the fuck, dude? Come on, Jesus. You can't say that. We just got demonetized. Thanks, KJ. One word the whole time. Yeah. There's like 4 words you can't say anymore. And that's one of them.
What's the replacement word for
crepes?
Crepes.
I creped that woman.
All right. Okay, you guys take them both. Okay, just for a second. I need both of them gone. I can't. Thank you for having me a part of the show. I love being a part of this. Thank you for letting me on the show again.
Calm down, Nancy.
We got an ad break or anything we can be playing. So it's just I need to regroup.
boys. Swing super kick, man.
Yeah, well, there you go. Shout out
Yeah.
for the Law of Live Audio Wrestling. All right, so
Yeah.
let's it was Christmas and stuff like that. Does anybody remember back in time, from the time that you can remember anything until now, the stupidest? And we all know about KJ's fucking Pringles can or whatever, right? Which is kind of weird that you would just open up a can of food and start eating it in front of everybody while they're trying to open presents. But anyways, that's a different story.
I got
Does
one.
anybody know what their worst holiday gift ever that they ever got? Or was it the gift when you found out that like Santa doesn't fucking exist? Because for me, that was one morning when you come down, for myself, you come upstairs because you slept in the basement, and you realize that you get sent back right away. And the phrase was, "Oh shit, Santa forgot to put your stockings out." And you got sent back to your room for approximately 2.3 fucking minutes. And then all of a sudden, when it's broad daylight, Santa showed up with your fucking stockings all of a sudden. The worst
Yeah,
ever.
The worst when there's nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
His mom and a half-spilt bottle of red wine.
Yeah.
Sleeping on.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. We all didn't have fucking fortunate parents there, Brady. All right.
So my worst was probably when my dad bought me a helicopter before drones were big, like the first like helicopter that you could fly inside, outside, whatever. And this fucking guy bought like 5 before I actually got the one. And he explained this to me. He's like, now listen, I bought a few of these and I tried them out. And I'm just like, okay. He's like, I broke every single one. This is the last one. Now he's tried all these out, and he's like a big kid, so he's like, let me set it up for you, and and then I'll show you how to fly it. So he sets it up, he turns it on, fucking goes, breaks it, hits the ceiling, fucking smashes against the wall, breaks it, and I'm like, this is fucking dumb. Like, I should have been the one to break it, And I got to see it, and it was like, and I never got to play with it. I'm like, we should have did this outside, man. Like, what the fuck? Right? It was bullshit.
Hey, here's this gift, kid. Watch me break your shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, that was one.
Brady,
is like all the
Brady,
coming.
Go ahead.
No, I got a couple contenders.
There was always like a new dent in the wall every weekend. I'd come over. It was just like, it all makes sense.
I got a couple contenders. So I got a hit and miss. So something hit, it missed, and then fucking it was like somebody caught that fucking gimmick at the end, so saved the day. So it started off, I got an N64 that Christmas that the N64 came out. And but the problem was with the N64, it wasn't the consoles that they released that you couldn't get a hold of. You couldn't by the end of by the time Christmas came, but the console was very like regular. It was finding games. And there was only like so many releases off the hot, 12 to 20, something like that. Most of them were shit because they were still trying to figure out the 3D element of the N64. So GoldenEye was a big one for the people the next, like Mario, all this stuff. I ended up getting an N64, but I got Clay Fighter 63 and a third because my parents couldn't find any other game, which is one of the worst fucking fighting games, let alone worst game you could ever get on Christmas morning. Later on that night, my grandfather had sent the package from Vancouver. Inside that package, we opened it up with family, and was a copy of a Zelda game or whatever, right? So like it saved the day. It was like a copy of Mario and a copy of Zelda, so it saved the day. That was almost bad, but it was saved. The worst one I ever got was a box of groceries once when I was like 22. My old man was like, I don't know what to get you. So I look around, my former brother-in-law's got like this brand new shotgun. He's like shining it up. It's all nice. You know what I mean? Polishing it. Kids all have like brand new Game Boys and like new systems and all that shit. My brother's like counting cash like a motherfucker or whatever, right? Doing his thing. I open up my boxes like Kraft Dinner. Stuff I'm allergic to.
Paper towel.
Like no name like Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. Like fucking some discount fucking Art Compliments Cola. It was just like a box of groceries. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't even eat food. Look at the size of me. What the fuck? This is the worst gift ever. But shouts out to that motherfucker. He thought he was doing good, but he didn't do good. KJ, what was your worst gift?
Jokes on him. Look where he is. KJ, what about
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, most of my gifts were pretty
Whoa,
good.
that hit late for me. Whoa.
Yeah, that hit. Yeah, that hit late for you, burnout. Fuck.
Not long. 3 seconds. That wasn't bad.
That took you a minute. That took you a second, bro. There was a.
But
I wish I had a timer there. I wish I could go. If this wasn't live and I was editing it, I would have a timer for how long that joke kicked in for Mike.
yeah,
But
time.
good.
Yeah.
Shouts out to you, sir. I love it. Okay, KJ, what were you
Sorry,
saying?
KJ.
Yeah, I mean, the worst probably is the Mr. Noodles, but probably back when I was a kid, though, if I had to choose like the worst one, was dollar store Play-Doh that my grandma got me one year. Yeah, because it wasn't Play-Doh. It was something. It wasn't like Dollarama. It was something from like Dollar Tree or something.
She made it.
Wait. It didn't taste the same? I had to get that in there before Chris did. But no, it tasted different.
Yeah, it wasn't real Play-Doh, and it was just this crappy. It got hard really, really quick, and it was just.
When you rubbed it.
Yeah, it was just ugly stuff. It was just ugly stuff. And she used to buy like dollar store gifts all the time. Like she got me the cash play set, like the fake money play set. She got me the tennis balls that didn't have any like thing to it, so it didn't bounce and all that jazz. Yeah, like it just used to hit the floor and then that was it. Yeah, like it had no bounce. All these dollar stores.
She'd walk in with a bouquet of balloons. She'd walk in with a bouquet of balloons that she just blew up with her breath, just dragging balloons in.
Yeah. Like she used to do those things. She used to get me like very good gifts as well, but I think that the bad ones were always from the dollar store, and it was always like the really, really shit stuff. But the Play-Doh one and the tennis balls. I remember the tennis balls being pretty bad because I was a big like tennis ball kid playing catch and all that jazz in the school. And yeah, she got me really shit tennis balls that didn't bounce and didn't do anything. And it was just it was rough.
That's so sad, man.
Shout out grandma.
Yeah. Rest in peace there, grandmama.
Oh well. I can't use the same joke twice.
Yeah, I hope you got her a shitty casket.
She's in an urn in the living room.
Yeah, I was gonna say jokes on her. She wanted a funeral. We had her cremated.
Yeah,
bro, that ruined me.
Who was I talking to about? We were talking about the family buying a cheap casket for their loved one, and the handles wouldn't fold.
Not a single person here. No,
okay.
Not a single person here or not watching.
I was talking to somebody about this fucking. They're at a funeral, right? And they they couldn't afford a very expensive casket, so they ordered this one from the States. And the thing about this one was like all the other ones, it was the handles were like stuck like this. They didn't fold in. So when they went to actually drop it in the ground, they had like an extra fucking like 9 inches on both sides of the coffin that they didn't have room for. And then they're like, so guess what they did? And I'm like, what did
Pivot?
They
Pivot?
They saw yeah, no, they didn't just do it. That would have been plan B. But plan A was the Sawzall it. And then I just stopped. I'm like, who the fuck brought the Sawzall
to the funeral?
And all these thoughts like started going through my head, like a guy going like, an idea. Like,
yeah, no, it's a guy with a trunk full of Cadillac converters. He's like, I got this, boys. Don't worry, I got one. Don't worry,
we're good to go. Grounds crew, which wasn't as funny.
It was Uncle Terry.
Yeah, Uncle Terry would have been more funnier, but yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, that was just
Okay, well, I guess Tid, what's your worst gift ever?
Oh, I've gotten lots of them, dude.
What's the worst one?
One of
Yeah,
those,
in your
those gifts,
lifetime.
you know, one of those gifts that it starts off, it's like a laundry basket, but inside of it has like a set of Tupperware containers and then like a fucking shitty set of fucking dishes or one of those like, hey, get the fuck out kind of
Yeah, I was
gifts.
just like,
Yeah,
are you kicking
yeah.
me out?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, right? One
That's
year
the
I can
box
remember
of food.
my grandmother sent me a single cassette tape one year for Christmas, and it was like a Robert Plant solo fucking album on cassette that she sent me. I'm like, I don't even listen to Led Zeppelin. I thought it was shit to begin with. And
You
sent
know
me
what'd be crazy?
album.
She thought she was going to send you that, but she ends up sending you a narration about flowers from Robert Mapplethorpe. You're like, what the fuck is this? I've had gifts like that where people like don't understand that they ordered the wrong thing and sent you like something like Robert Mapplethorpe. I'm 8. What the fuck do I care about petunias?
Yeah. Fucking just audio books on file. That would be the worst. So, I mean, yeah, you get used to it. And so then, you know what? The best gifts, the best Christmases for me is when you get nothing. And there's no expectation.
That's this year. This is the first year I've had where I like kind of hid away, and I had every excuse to be able to hide away and not do anything with anyone besides Mikey there, but like not really do anything with any family or anything like that. And I never really had to like get or receive anything or buy anybody anything, and it was actually very cleansing. Right. Yeah, I do a lot, and I like everyone in my life that seems to be very
conform. You know,
no, it's not even that. I think
it's like, who told us we have to do this?
I think what it is that most of the people that I know in my life that I try and keep around me at this age now are very generous. I'm very generous. So it seems like every time we run into each other, it's kind of like a mini Christmas or something. We're always exchanging stuff. We're always giving each other. Like I go shopping and I'll be like, oh, my buddy would like that. I might not see him for 2 years. Like I haven't seen my buddy Ben in a year, who was in the chat here earlier, in the year. And I've got a box of shit waiting for him because every time I do something or find something or go out somewhere, I'm like, oh, Ben would like that. And you like put it in a box for somebody, right? So I don't know. I think that's probably another reason why is I'm too old for this shit. And you're right. It's not conforming so much as being like, they told me to. It's anti that. I'm just like, I don't care. It's another fucking day. Guess what? Wednesday went by.
Exactly. 100%. All right.
Yeah. Well, we're going too long.
I'm going to go have more edibles.
Yeah, let's get out of here, guys. Thank you very much for inviting me on the show. I appreciate it.
Same. Hope everybody had a wonderful Boxing Day. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're watching this later on, because if you're watching it live, I don't give a shit. But, you know, all of that other fun stuff. Leave a comment. Let us know how your Christmas was. KJ is now getting undressed. So, listen, I mean, as much as I would like to,
we're still alive.
We're just going to go ahead and say goodnight.
This is your tongue on TIDtalk. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Shit talk on TIDtalk.